looks like we are getting started. This is a top 24 winner side qualifier. So winner of this is making it out of pools here. Winner side.
PS2 this time.
Not surprising. Just waiting. Okay, I was worried there was a controller issue or something, but just waiting. That Nair does 26%, man.
That is.
And people are trying to tell me Snake's not the third best character of the game. Let's be real.
He is.
His name starts with S. He has to be top. You Sonic Snake.
What about she?
Well, you know, SH is a different letter.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. But yeah, this is. I mean, just seeing a lot of grenades from Rob. What we expect from Snake. A lot of this matchup with literally any character is how well you can play around the grenades. And I mean, we're seeing Drew already use them to his advantage to some extent. So I think he is at least comfortable in this matchup. But Rob just tried to catch that up B with an up tilt. That would be lights out for this stock immediately, but not quite finding it. Oh my god, covering that up B, but not enough to take the stock. Plus, doesn't matter when he can just follow it up with that F tilt. That is solid stock from Robbie here. Put him in a solid spot going into the stock pool. The whole stage is just a minefield against this character, especially PS2. I feel like even if your character likes PS2, I feel like I don't like it against Snake because it just blends in with the ground, all the grenades. It's just, I feel like it's hard to see those grenades sometimes on this stage. I feel like I just loose-trapped him so much. That down throw back here, not going to connect here. Yes, Drew needs to be careful that C4 on that platform, but it's gone now. I'm sure he was well aware of that, but I'm surprised didn't see it set off. Maybe it doesn't quite hit Palu from below the platform. PS2. Back throw, not going to take it. Snake, way heavier than he has any right to be. The fire not going to get exploding stuff. That's what I was looking for. I wanted to call a dark fire.
Not that.
It was a bold F smash from Robbie, and it was not rewarded. C4 by the ledge, yeah, it's covering everything here. Right on the ledge here. That's gonna be. Rob's just gonna stay over there. He wants to play around that ledge right now as long as that C4 is there. That invincible dash attack, though. You know what? I can complain all I want about Snake. This thing can complain about Palu too. These are both characters with some strong options and some interesting decisions made around them. Carry that up tilt, the up tilt. Sorry, carry the jab. The up tilt, not close enough to connect. Drew hanging on to the stock. He is finding what he needs. He's keeping this a very close game to some extent because as long as he doesn't use that stock, still relatively even. He close this out. Looking for the down air, but not quite connecting it. He looks very comfortable around the grenades, and I think that's going to be a big factor in this. He seems to, even if he can't always use them how he wants, he seems to at least know what he wants to do with them. And that back is going to break through Cypher to close it out.
But the Nair enough to take it.
Not quite as the lead, like I was about to say. Even game. So I'll be curious to see how this swings. Once again, I talk about momentum a lot, I know, but momentum is big in this game. And so whoever can find that first few hits, it's looking like Drew right now is going to be in a good spot. But I think Snake is one of the greatest characters at breaking up that momentum. The grenades for just anything to interrupt, and I think if anything's going to stop some solid momentum, anyone can stop a match, trust it's Snake. You can stop with his bare hand. Both with whipping grabs there. Down smash from Robbie here. I mean, they're just kind of scrapping right now, but that up tilt gonna take it. That is, I mean, just kind of a whole scrap situation in that entire last stock. Not a lot of the grenades or any of the explosives we normally see. They were just kind of punching each other, and in the end, Snake is military trained. Palutena's just a goddess. She can only do so much. And so, looks like we are going for a change of scenery. Nope.
Call battle.
No, it's call battle. Yes, sorry. We did not start call battle. I know. The stages are so similar sometimes, I forget.
Yeah.
Rob potentially Or sorry, Drew. Nope. He's going Palu like usual. I think this is probably good for Drew, kind of closing into space a little bit, giving Rob a little less room to play with. But I'm sure Rob doesn't mind this at all. Hope he can get these up airs going, but that's yeah. That Cypher, that double jump ult that's just available to get out of there. And just racking up that percent.
This boy stuck to Drewish. Didn't know if he realized that.
We've seen a lot of up Bs 2 stage from Drew, and maybe there's not something I'm not catching at that ledge. I guess that down air has been a threat at ledge. He has some other options at ledge, but I just feel like Robbie's just been looking for those up Bs 2 stage, and I feel like I'm surprised to see quite so much from Drew. But Drew keeping this an even game still, so I can't say much about his methods if they get the job done. So let's see if he can make that happen. Could have been a grab from Drewish there, but spot dodge into getting up tilt to his dad. So that puts Drew on the back foot here. Down tilt into just a hit of grenades, not even the explosion, just a little disrespect, a little like couple extra percent. Just to get his life. Interesting teleport, that ledge cancel, I suppose, just to give him some momentum, maybe better positioning. We're seeing Snake in his element right now. He's just got the opportunity to run away a bit, create the space he needs, and just play this out how he needs to win it. Dropping a Nikita with himself, hoping to catch Drew with that. Drew not falling for it. Back throw. Great explosive flame. That's just going to take out Robbie. But Rob immediately with that up air. He's not giving Drew any time to breathe here. These snares always never good to get caught in.
Just like that, 45 damage on Rob.
But we've seen him with some early stocks before, so he at 100%. Drew is at kill percent and up tilt to so many things right now. So he still needs to be careful. But we are looking at an even game now. The space is just really solid from Drew on Rob's shield. He's not overspending. He's just making sure that up tilt never connect. We have seen a missed up tilt out of shield so many times. He's Robbie here, and Drew is making sure that's not something to worry about. Not finding that down there, that would have been real solid. That would have put him in the driver's seat here, but
Still enough to do it.
that up tilt gonna close the out. Positioning just not quite where he needs to be, but the stock is very, very endable at any moment here from Drewish with those couple good hits. So I think this is still relatively even, unless Rob starts running away with this. Not quite getting that grab there. Rough spot off stage spot. Still managed to avoid that down air. None of those down airs from Robbie have hit yet, but they're still just such a threat. You get caught with that, you're dead so early. We just see Robbie just waiting with those grenades in his shield. There's only so much Drew can do in those situations, and they both know that, and so it's just kind of waiting there sometimes. But Nair up tilt is going to close it out, and now only 51% down. That is less than he was coming into stock 2, so he's brought it back in a little bit. So let's see if he can keep closing that distance. Not quite catching up, smash real close. That was good timing for him, but not quite the right spacing. Neither of them want to get hit right now. Rob knows he gets hit by a Nair or anything, that is just going to be practice damage. Drew knows he gets hit once and he might just die. So both of them just in defense mode. Neither of them can afford that hit right now. And as we see, 70% on Rob here. But all he needs to find is one up tilt, one Nair, one solid dead, and it's over. But same is looking to be true from Drew here, as he just starts to rack up more and more percent. 86% on Rob right now. It's looking like an even game that it has no, and it is It's been fun to watch Drew try and make it back. That down air not even like sour spotting. I don't know how that did it at all. But that back air, catching that up B pass ledge, and that's just going to close it out for Rob. And Drewish is going to have to make something happen here if he wants to stay, keep his winner's side life alive.
Both these games have been really close.
Yes.
Pretty much like last stock, last hit, both times.
And both of them have been Drew fighting from below to bring it back. So if he can just find that footing earlier on, if he can find what he needs to find earlier on in the game when he's not already on the back foot, this can easily start swinging in the direction. I feel like we've seen him. I feel like we've seen less grenade from Rob in general, but I also feel like we've seen Drew mess around with grenades a little bit less, and I think that's actually been to his favor. I think he was almost trying to do too much with grenades in the beginning, and I think kind of just keeping it simple and just letting it be has helped to some extent. He's been willing to wait out the explosions a little bit more, and I think that has put him in a better spot. Patience is key in this matchup, I believe, from both sides, but especially on the side of Palu. Oh, that up air not close out, but the second up air, the explosion sets him up perfectly, and this is Drew with the stock lead. Good spot for him. He's doing exactly what I was saying. He found the momentum early on, not when he was already falling behind. So hopefully he can keep this up and keep it going and close out this game. That's the game 4. I'd love to keep watching this. It's just been back and forth, exciting match to watch. Not gonna do it. But 75%, I swear I looked away for half a second, and now Rob is at kill percent. Stock down. This is not a pretty spot for the back air. Gonna do it. I feel like that might have been a DI mishap from Robbie. I feel like that was not really a better DI, but could be wrong. That move is very strong. Back at ledge, but DI can survive. Rob really wants that up tilt. He really knows what he wants, but not quite finding it.
Jack will be enough to take it.
Very strong dash attack in this man here, and he does a somersault and he just dies. I don't know why it's so strong. I feel like when I somersault at people, it doesn't do that much damage. It upsets me. But Robbie's still down on percent and down on stock. This is gonna be a hill from the time. Interested to see if he tries to find the aggression to bring it back, or if he's gonna try and slow the game down and match his pace. I assume the latter, but he might not even get the chance to define the pace. It's all in Drew's hands right now, and he's not letting Robbie off this ledge. Not going for the back air, they're going for the fair. Just hit. That's the way to put it slightly off in a worse way. So that forward tilt is not going to be great for Drew here. There. Try to catch him with that down smash. No, he didn't have to jump. No, he didn't have a lot of options there, but not enough. Drew just waiting it out, trying to find that one good hit. He knows he can't get desperate here because he does, and Robbie can start finding what he needs. So Drew playing it safe. Drew finding what he needs. He wants that back here. He wants that grab. He wants something, but F2 not going to quite take it. 105, but missing ledge with that up B, getting hit with that up smash. The very last hit. If he would have been 2 pixels higher, he would not have gotten caught with that. But that brings us to a game 4 here. Drewish obviously has found the momentum he needs. I'm curious to see if he can hold on to that immediate back to PS2. I think we know which one Rob prefers. Not even a thought in his head there. So this is definitely not ideal for Drew. Again, he's fighting with that more space. It's hard for him to stay on top of Rob when he has all that space to work with. And those platforms a little higher up might just make the possibilities often a little worse. But this was still a close game on PS2, so this is not terrible for Drew by any means. C4 immediately on that platform. It shocks me how much Drew plays around C4, but he hasn't really been getting hit by it. So obviously he knows something I don't. Because if I'm in this situation, I'm just avoiding that platform until that C4 is on, I swear. And then he was just dancing around it like he didn't even do. Very even start off here, 60, 65, 67. This anybody's game right now. So I think we're already seeing a bit of a slower pace from Robbie here. I think we're seeing more grenades. We're seeing more explosions that we had not been seeing. And I think that is playing in his favor, but it's not. It's not as strong as it has been. So I think Drewish has figured out something. That reflector always scary when you reflect that up smash. That gets so strong. You accidentally let yourself get hit by that reflect up smash. You're dead so early. Back throw, not going to take it. If we were at ledge, probably would have not quite able to grab him at ledge. Oh, that was a grab opportunity for him right there. Not quite finding it. Bot dodging it there for the up tilt. But he's not going to take it. Robbie needs to close this out. Snake can just live to absurd percents, and Drew cannot let that happen. Drew needs to get this closed out so he can just start finding his way back in. Because more this runs away from him, the harder it's going to be to bring him back. Oh,
this is own grenade.
That is unfortunate to see from Rob, his own grenade taking him out, brewing up to see the Cypher recovery. But still an 80% lead from him. You can't be too upset if you're Rob here. Good poker, keeping yourself slow, keeping yourself up, keeping yourself doing what you do. But only a few hits, and this is suddenly an even game again from Palu. 82 to 81. Not even barely anything separates them anymore. I think Rob needs to be able to create that space and create his tempo again, because I think Drew's starting to find his groove, and when he does that, it feels like there's not a lot Rob can do to stop him. A lot is just baiting something out there and not even finding anything off of it, but wants that C4 immediately. Rob here wants that C4 at ledge. He keeps putting it down immediately, blowing it up, but none of them quite connecting. We are seeing that dash attack not going to take it, but the up smash also not worried about him missing ledge again there. We've seen it before, but not connecting. That's Nikita. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Still.
The DI from Drew is just impactful right now, but doesn't matter when you get down to the 160. He needs to get whatever his skill move is here, which is not back throw. That's crazy. Yeah, Rob DI is also on point, but doesn't matter when you get up tilt to the 160. Or sorry, up air to the 160. So if he can get this going, this can be a amazing start. Ending with the explosive flame, but not quite getting the up air, but continuing with follow-ups anyway. He has a 30% lead. This is a good spot for Drew. He's got Rob at basically 0%, and Rob does not have him there yet. Waiting out that ball. Not quite going to keep the ledge there. Rob making it out of the corner. Big opportunity for him, but immediately thrown back on stage. He's gonna. Oh, but this is basically kill percent again. If you can find his up tilt. So we've seen a lot less up tilt. I think he's. Oh, that was dash if that grenade didn't break that up, but it doesn't matter. Because Drew finds that back air, and now we are going to a game 5. I believe our first game 5 today.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, this is. I mean, Aaron Lexi almost got there, but no, we're looking at game 5 here with Rob Drewish, and back to PS2. About what I expected. Drewish being forced to fight his way back on Rob's counter picks. So it's definitely not the ideal situation. However, looks like he's in the spot to do it. He's the guy who knows how to do it, and so I trust that he always has a shot here. But of course, Rob is just always the threat that he is. So this is either way at this point. Anybody's set, anybody's game. This is or winner side game for one of these two.
This is to qualify for top 44.
Winner, this is out of pooled winner side. Wants that early stock, not quite finding it, but staying in the driver's seat here, staying in advantage. Snake's explosives again. He's had a couple situations where he's hit himself with those. I guess that's just, I suppose that's the risk of playing with a demolitions expert like this. But
Not go back enough to take the stock.
120. So that's one of the earlier stocks we've seen. These two have both been just like surviving. So seeing that, it's definitely, if you're Drew, you're happy when you see that. So it is a good spot for him to be in. Only 86 on Drew here. Rob still needs a couple hits here before he's going to be able to close it out. While Drew's just holding it down. 65% already. Wants that up tilt, not finding it. The up tilts just are not doing what they needed to do. We weren't really seeing it last game, and we haven't seen it hit this game. So he's going to need something. The jab, just get it off and he can put him back at ledge. Never a good spot, but catching that grab. This is a really rough spot for Rob. Off stage, down a full stop. He needs to get out of this corner. And that grab back throw.
Enough to do it.
And now we're looking at a 2-stock lead for Drew here. It is not a good spot for Rob. He's gonna have to find something. But Drew just seems to know exactly where Robbie wants to be. Drew just seems to know exactly where he's going to be. But Drew does not know that he's going to spot dodge there, and Drew is not ready for the uphill as he tries to get that grab. Catching that dash attack immediately. Great call out from Drew there. These up airs, racking up a percent. People on that platform, not enough to break shield there. Getting close, so he's a little careful for a little bit here. Put him way up high. I know it's Snake, and Snake loves to be up high, but Palu up is just so scary. So we've already seen one conversion off the explosion set him up, and wants that explosive flame. Trying to catch the air dodge to avoid the back air with the explosive flame, but Robbie not falling for it there. Oh, good tomahawk from Drew there, and that's just gonna close it out.
That game looked very dominant for Drew.
Yeah, that was 4 really close games into just Drew found something clicked there, and something just worked out